Hey everybody, welcome to an episode of Cooking with the Frisbees. I'm Keith. Beth is behind the camera this time.
Hey.
It's usually the opposite way. And we're doing something today that we think is just going to be fun. And, you know, after all the Thanksgiving festivities, I'm full. I don't want to eat turkey for at least another couple days anyway. But we're going to do something really fun here today. We're going to do a Philadelphia cheesesteak. And let me tell you how we're going to do this so that you're like, okay, well, we've all had cheesesteaks. But we are actually going to be using a flank steak, and we are going to take everything that you usually build your Philly cheesesteak with in a bun, and we are going to place it inside the flank steak, roll it, and then cook it out on the Masterbuilt 560 gravity feed charcoal grill. I love it when I get that right. And so what goes on the inside? Well, obviously we all know provolone cheese, that will go on later. We've got our pepper, regular bell pepper, poblano, and some nice thick onion slices. These first and foremost are going to go out on the grill so we can get some char and we can get some smoke on them. We'll bring them back in. We'll put them inside the flank steak. I've already got the twine here ready to go to truss it up. We will roll it up inside. We will return to the grill, put a little smoke on this, and then reverse sear it. And when we bring it back in, the hope it's going to be a beautiful looking piece of meat. So, Philly cheesesteak kind of deconstructed or in reverse. So, stay tuned. You're going to like this one. Hey guys, so we're out here at the grill. What are we going to do? How do I have this set up? So, you guys all know how the Masterbuilt gravity feed works. It is a gravity fed chute system with charcoal on this side. We also put wood chunks in here. So I've built some layers in here. I've got charcoal on the bottom, and then I put cherry wood, probably about 4 inches up. That'll catch. That is what we're going to use to put the smoke on the vegetables that we have. I filled the chamber up about this much more with just regular charcoal, a little bit of mesquite that was left over from another cook. And then I put some hickory and pecan, so that hopefully, if I've timed it correctly, when the flank steak comes back on here, it'll get hit with the hickory and the pecan wood. And you just start to layer flavors on top of flavors. I think it's going to be delicious. Hold on, I'm just going to start this so you can see how I do it. Hopper's open, charcoal's up top. We've got our side chute here. I've got a little, what would you call it? A biscuit, a wax biscuit inside. And we just go ahead and start. And this process is going to takes about 15 minutes for this to get going. And what you're looking for is you're looking for there to be good smoke coming out of the top. When I mean good smoke, it's a white, billowy smoke. And then you just shut the hopper, you turn it on. We'll start it off somewhere around 275. Come on back when those veggies go on. Okay, we've got the grill going. We're bringing it up to 225. You've heard me say this before, but I don't wait to get there because I'm not wasting that smoke. So what we've done also is taken the time, we've scored and poked some holes in the peppers to make sure this smoke really permeates and gets to the inside of the pepper. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to put these on. They're getting good smoke. We'll probably give these about, 10-15 minutes to get some good smoke on them. And then we're going to bring them back down to the bottom and fire the grill up just a little hotter, maybe around 275. A little onion left. That'll give you indigestion. So 10 minutes, get some good smoke, come back, turn it up, put them directly on the grates, get some char on them, and then on to the meaty part. Okay, so we're back. Now our 15-minute timer is gone. You still see there's plenty of smoke out the back here. Look at that. We're getting really good smoke. So now, what's the plan? The plan is, let's spin these over. Well, they're already starting to get a little char on them. I'm just going to move these down without having them come apart on me. Move these down, put them directly on the grates, because now that we've gotten a lot of good smoke for 15 minutes, we want to get that char flavor. So, and I'm going to make this more manageable as well by taking this one up top. I'm getting really good at doing that. So we'll just move these over here because I know that this is kind of the hottest part of the grill. We'll move this here. I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to take this up to, I believe, 375. You hear it turn on. We're just looking for char. We'll come back when we pull them off the grill.
All right, guys, welcome back. Guess what? Poblano pepper that has been smoked on the grill, a little charred. We're just going to take the skin off. It's not a requirement, but it does tend to leave a nicer, lovelier skin.
We got really good char on that.
We got great char. Oops. So we're just gonna, I have the other bell pepper, yellow bell pepper.
So those were on for about, I'd say 25 minutes. And I started the temperature 225 to get some really good smoke. Then I took it up to 275, then on up to 350, and then I went to 450 to finish it off. And you can see we got really good char on this, and that's just going to add tremendous flavor. So Beth's knife skills are a lot better than mine, and she's really the one that's used to handling these peppers, so I didn't want to mess it up too bad. So
it's all good.
I let her
so we're
step
just
in.
gonna look.
Nice.
So clean already. Just scrape the skin. So now I'm gonna slice these guys because we're gonna lay them. Look, we already have the cheese. We're going to slice the peppers and the onions, and we're gonna lay them nicely inside of this beautiful flank steak. Look at that. We've got.
Remember, guys, this is always an experiment with us.
It really is. This is a total experiment.
We're hoping this is going to work out now. I was outside, and since I had the temperature of the grill up around 450 to finish these, I literally just took it back down to 250 because when we roll and put this flank steak on, I needed to get a little bit of charcoal smoke on the outside of it. And I have to accomplish that at lower temperatures, otherwise the meat just starts to cook. So, looks like you're about to do the same process for that.
Same.
Oh, that one
didn't get as much char. Ouch.
It wasn't getting as much char, but
it's a much larger.
It was starting to get really. It was starting to fall apart. So I made a decision to just pull it apart, and look how wet that is. That really surprised me how wet it was. When I brought it back in the house, it was like dripping all over the floor. But
oh, yay!
Beth didn't see that, but I guess now she knows it.
I'm just gonna do the same thing. Ouch! It doesn't have a lot of flavor, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do half of it. How's that? You think that works?
I think that'll be enough.
Okay. Because I know where to use the rest of it also. All right, this is getting pretty full, so I think it's time.
You got the onions on? You want me to roll that?
I think it's time to roll. I got all your string already set up. I think it's time.
It's time to switch positions. My hands are stronger, guys. Hang on 1 second. Stay tuned. Hey, guys. Change places. My hands are a little bit bigger and a little bit stronger. You see, I've already got my twine already laid out. So I'm going to take this. I'm just going to lay it on the twine. And then I am going to roll this. And the twine might be not in the right position, but I will call an audible. See, this is going to be a messy proposition. Try and keep it all in there. And I got the twine set up wrong. So let's just call this little audible. Did I get that tight enough? Is that tight enough? You know what? I'm going to tuck this in here. That's just not tight. We got a lot of stuff in here, guys. Oh my goodness.
Should we take stuff out?
All right, so Beth had to come over here and help me and hold this thing. It was just, it's what's happening here. I'll just tell you what's going on. Is that this flank steak isn't that big of a piece of meat, so you can't really get a huge roll going on it. So it was ending, but we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna tie this up as best we can. And I'm just gonna have to keep shoving stuff in here. And then I think what I'll end up doing is double this up. It's like a surgeon's lock knot is what they call that. There we go. And I might end up just having to put another piece on the end to kind of tie it off a little bit. Let's see if I can get this one tied on here, because you got everything's just coming out of it, and that's fine. I mean, this is the, like I always say, cooking with the Frisbees, you're gonna get the real deal. All right. And Philly cheesesteak isn't always it's not the neatest thing to eat in the first place, but I think, honey, I'm gonna need a longer piece of twine to come this way. Yeah, I need a really long piece. Yeah, like that. All right, let's see if I can get this to come together the way I want it. Let's center this up.
Put it under some of those.
Double knot. Get this positioned.
No, under the other string. So if we go up underneath here, it stays in place better.
Well, I can't do that. Tie this off.
That's a pretty package.
It's not a bad little package. I think that's as good as we're going to get with that. Let me cut some of this just extra stuff off of here. Philly cheesesteak, as you guys all know, it is not the neatest piece of meat, but what I would suggest, I mean, I think it's a wonderful idea. I think it's going to be delicious, and we're going to find that out. But you're going to have to get a longer piece, because we ended up only getting one roll, and then I had to squeeze it together. When you squeeze it like that, obviously stuff's going to come out of the side. Like, see, this is out of here, but that's just good for eating. So, come back. We're going to head to the grill. We're going to put some smoke on this. That poblano's hot. Come back. Okay, guys, so after the tying fiasco, it was like wrapping a golf club as a Christmas present. But we've got it tied off. I think we got it pretty good. I've taken the temperature now down. The temperature's reading somewhere around 250. I think that's fine. I'm not going to put, I've moved my grate back down. So I'm going to put this on the top grate right here so I can get smoke on it first. Because you got to have that smoky, meaty flavor. That looks really delicious. And then we're going to come back in probably 10 minutes. And then I'm going to take the heat up. I'm going to put it down directly on the grates. There's probably going to be cheese going all over the place. But Philly cheesesteaks are messy, but they're damn good. So come on back. Hey guys, so we are in the process now where I have let this stay on for probably about 15 or 20 minutes. I started out at 250, went to 325, because you can tell it's late, we got to eat. There's my timer. Alexa, stop the timer. So now I'm into the reverse searing portion of this. It's been on for probably 2 minutes reverse searing. The temperature of the meat is not that high, and I got to be careful when I do that because I don't want all that stuff to fall out of the inside. So that's the process that we're in right now. Let me check the temperature of this and see where we are. Temperature is somewhere around 115. We got a little ways to go before we pull that. It's got to get to 125. So I'm just going to keep this on a higher heat. We're going to keep this going. I'm going to stay out here. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to keep rolling it every minute. But you guys stay tuned. It smells divine out here. I hope this is going to be as good as it smells. Hey guys, so this is it. She's coming off. We have been searing this now for a little while. I keep coming in here every minute. I keep flipping it. So you see it's got a nice spark on it. The temperature of this thing is somewhere around 135. A done temperature for this piece of meat is about 145. That's where you want it to be. We're gonna go inside, we're gonna bring this in the house. We're gonna let this rest probably for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then we're gonna cut into it. So come back, you'll see the end result when we see it. Hey guys, so this is it. Total first for us. We had an idea in our head because we saw some things where people were wrapping meat and stuffing meat. And we were like, God, Sunday after Thanksgiving, let's do a simple Philly cheesesteak. So here's where we're at. I will tell you this, that the normal flank steak that we get is a much longer piece, okay? But Beth and I are 2 people, so we really don't need that. So we ended up with a shorter piece that didn't roll quite as well, but we're gonna see what happens. So, all right, so this is off the grill. It has been resting now for about 5 minutes. Let me move this off to the side. And what I'm gonna do is wipe this blood off the counter because that's kind of gross. But somebody actually told me that that's not actually blood, but we're gonna have to come back and do another episode on that. I mean, I find cooking to be so educational and so amazing when you learn certain things, and now Beth and I are starting to talk about technique, and then, so we're gonna back this down. What I'm gonna do is, so that you get to see what the inside of this looks like, I'm just gonna cut this right down the center. So, guys, let's see. Let's see what we got. I like what I'm seeing. Look at this. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Is that absolutely beautiful?
That's pretty cool.
Isn't that? That is kind of our take on a Philly cheesesteak. I gotta like wipe my hand, and you know what we always have to do, because we don't do a good job on this. Now I need Beth to talk about what that is, sweetheart. What is that?
Okay, so let me go out. So this is our PEPIEN sauce, which is actually a Spanish pumpkin seed and jalapeno and tomatillo sauce, which is amazing.
So I'm gonna.
Oh my gosh! Look how that turned out really well.
It turned out really well. I like it. So I'm gonna try and cut a thin piece here, guys. It's gonna be messy. It just is what it is. But like I said, we never do a really great job of doing a whole sampling piece. So I'm gonna cut this in half. I'm gonna take a piece. You're gonna see me hand a piece to Beth. All right, let's go.
Oh my goodness.
Let's see.
Wow. It's perfect.
Oh my God.
Oh gosh.
That is
The
delicious.
smoky.
The smoke, the char on the poblanos. We haven't put on the PEPIEN sauce yet.
PEPIEN.
That's fun to say. PEPIEN. And I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna transfer this over to a bun, and we'll probably end up eating it the traditional manner.
Well,
More
let's
traditional.
see. Go ahead, do it. Slice it.
It's gonna come apart. I think it will. Like I said, because you didn't get a good roll.
But isn't that the right way to have a Philly cheesesteak?
Yeah, like, I mean, that's a pretty piece. I think you're just gonna have to open this up. We're gonna take this and we're just gonna layer in
Probably two.
2 slices. Let's get another slice.
A little PEPIEN sauce. Get the rope out.
Yeah, I got that. I got past that. We're gonna put that in there like that. We're gonna put a little PEPIEN sauce.
There you go. Yay.
Little PEPIEN sauce in there. All right, now come on up. Here we go.
Let's see it.
Now this is the real test. Philly cheesesteak. I have no words.
Is it that good?
I have no words.
All right. I'm coming in.
Guys, that is absolutely delicious. I don't know what else to tell you, but I would do this in a heartbeat. It's a great take on a Philly cheesesteak. I'm ready to go eat dinner. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. I gotta go eat.